Hello friends, welcome to our channel Plagfee Content. So in today's video, I am going to explain you all about the synopsis writing. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So the agenda of our today's video is what is synopsis and how to write an effective synopsis with examples. Let's start with what is synopsis. So synopsis describes the plan of our research project. Before starting our research project writing, synopsis must be submitted to the professor or the department heads so that they can approve our project. Next, the length of the synopsis are between 3000 and 4000 words, although some are shorter, and again it depends on the organization guidelines. Now I will talk about how to write a synopsis. So for this purpose, I have divided it into three main parts. Firstly, organizing our synopsis. Here we will discuss about the format of our synopsis. Then in the next section, it is a drafting synopsis section. Here we will start writing about the topics and the subtopics of the synopsis. Lastly, finalize the synopsis. In this section, we will give the final touch to our synopsis. Let's discuss each of the section in the detailed manner. Let's come into the first section, organizing our synopsis. As I have already mentioned, here we will talk about the formatting guidelines of the synopsis. So the instructor or the advisor will give us a guideline to follow. Next, we will set up the heading for our sections. That is, the department might have specific guidelines for how to format, or a typical synopsis has at least these following sections. That is title, abstract, introduction, literature review, objectives, hypothesis, methodology and methods, conclusion, and lastly references. In the next section, I will describe each of the elements in the detailed manner. Let's jump to our second section, that is drafting our synopsis sections. Here first we will talk about the title. Let's say we have to write the synopsis on hospital management system. So the title could be formed like this: Synopsis of Hospital Management System. Next, coming to the introduction before abstract. I will discuss it later why we have chosen abstract at last. So in the introduction section, we generally describe the problem or the question that our research will address. Next, we will also discuss what will our project do, along with how it is important to our field. As you can see here, I have written a sample introduction for the topic hospital management system. So here it is describing all three elements that an introduction must contain. Firstly, it is describing the problem our research project address. So here the problem is to override the problem prevailing in the practicing manual system. That means it is describing what are the problems faced by the organizations to keep the records of the doctors, patients, employees, etc. in the manual form. Next, it is also describing what our research project do. Here, this software will support to eliminate the hardship faced by the existing system. And lastly, it is also describing how it is important to our field. So if we develop this hospital management system application, then it will help the organization to carry out the operations in a smooth and effective manner. So in this way, you can develop your introduction. Next, the length of our introduction will vary depending on the overall length of the synopsis. Generally, it will cover the first page or two of our synopsis. Next, coming to the literature review. It discusses the advancement other researchers have made in the field. So we should be able to conduct a thorough literature review by discussing 8 to 10 previous studies that are related to our research problem. So here I have written a sample example of literature review of the synopsis. Here I have taken two papers that is describing the research done by the other researcher or the writer. So in the literature review, we are describing some short summary of both the research. Next, we should distinguish our research project from those that have already been done to show that we are contributing something new to this field. So as we can see from this two literature review that they have some drawbacks, like for the first literature review, the speed of the system is really slow, and for the second research, the system was limited to registration of the patients. So these are the drawbacks, and our system is trying to rectify these drawbacks. So in this way, our system is something different from the other system developed by other researchers. Again, the length is same as the introduction. Now coming to the objective. Here we will provide 2 or 3 specific objectives that we hope to accomplish through our project. So let's look into the example. Here the aim of the hospital management system is to automate the existing manual system with the help of computerized equipments and the computer software. So in this way, we can develop the objective of our specific synopsis topic. Next, coming to the hypothesis. In the hypothesis section, we generally represent our prediction of what we will find out as a result of our research. It generally involves to predict the relationship between 2 different variables. Let's take an example. Here we have taken user satisfaction has significant positive effect on net benefit. So here we are predicting as well as we are describing the relationship between the user satisfaction and the total benefit. It means the more user will be satisfied, the more will be our net benefit for developing the system. Next, coming to the methodology section. The methodology and the method section is the core of our synopsis, and it generally lays out for our reader exactly how we are going to answer our research question. So this section of our synopsis includes the information about how we are planning to collect and analyze our data, the overall design of our study and our sampling methods, and it also includes the information about the equipment that are available to carry out the study. As you can see how we have written the data collection tool parts for the hospital management system. Here it is describing that data collection consists 2 parts. First part contains the 5 questions that is related to the demographic characteristics, and second contains the question that is about the system quality, information quality, the user satisfaction, etc. Apart from that, it is also describing what are the tools we have used to analyze our data, that is SPSS 2022 and AMOS 2022. So the methodology section generally contains these type of information. Next, coming to the conclusion. Here we will conclude how our project will be beneficial. So for the hospital management system, it will be the fast access to information and also give easy analysis for the reports. Now moving to the abstract. Since our abstract is a summary of the entire synopsis, it's typically easier to draft this section of our synopsis after we have already finished everything else. So this is the way we can ensure that our abstract accurately reflects the information provided in our synopsis. And the abstract is in between the 100 and 200 words so that it gives the readers a basic understanding of our research project. As you can see from the example, the abstract of the hospital management system. So here it is describing that we are developing this system to automate the existing manual system with the help of computer equipments and full-fledged computer softwares. Lastly, I will discuss about the references section. So here we will insert the reference that we have used in our synopsis. And again, the referencing style depends on the university guidelines. Next, coming to the last section of our synopsis, that is final check. Here we will make our writing more clear and concise. That is, we will get rid of the passive voice construction in favor of active voice, and we always use the first person pronouns to describe the clearly what we are planning to do with our project. And next, we must get rid of jargons. Next, we must check the format of our reference is as per our guideline or not. Next, we will proofread our synopsis carefully. We can share our paper with the classmates and friends for review, and we can do a second round of editing and the proofreading. So this is all about the synopsis writing. Again, you can choose any topic for the synopsis, and the format can be vary, or the topics and the subtopics can be vary according to you or according to the need. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching.